up, Simmers? Welcome back to the Sim Sideline. Benjamin Banneker, King College 27. So yeah, we in week 11, 2027 this year too. We are 5-4. We just came off a home win to Georgia Tech. Quarterbacks. So this ACC Conference clash. Definitely into it. Cole Greer. Weather game. I'll put the ball on the ground a little bit more. After 30 game, 397 total. On total yards and pass yards, they got us on rush yards. So rush yard. But they on the defense. Why isn't ours highlighted? Because our defense is on this. And then their points per game should be highlighted, but whatever. So yeah. And then just to look around the country, what's going on? We got Florida State. Not too many matchups on the board. And looking at the big board, the playoff projections. SC, Miami, Michigan, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Indiana with the suck eyes currently on the outside looking in. Conference standings, we in 6, 4, and 3. We need to get this game to get bowl eligible. Players of the week. And then for us, Bryce Fitzgerald, Amarion Stewart. I ain't mad at it. And then for cutters, CJ Fight and Quentin Joyner, both from Texas Tech. That's what it looked like around the nation for Heisman. Cam Jones, still number 3 for the Butkus Award. One thing I noticed too, I do not be doing what I need to do on the defensive side of the ball as far as like subbing people in and out. As you can see, that's probably why Daryl Desir got banged up, broken collarbone. But anyway, y'all know how I like to do it. Limited. Oh, I ain't limited. Is he banged up anywhere? Alright, when you full practicing, shit. I had to make sure I wasn't missing nothing. Alright, we ain't got no fullbacks. Yeah, bro, you kind of disappoint me. Even though you got you a touchdown last game, I think you had some opportunities. Well, to go full in, man. I'm gonna put Russ on no week off me. He ain't playing right. I think I should give him the whole week off so he can be ready for next week. Isaiah. I'm gonna just leave that as is. Corners is good. I think I'm gonna hit my recruiting after the game. See what they got. Let's tap in. I'm telling you, we ain't been playing good. Oh no, you know what? We can do these. We can do these because we ain't good. Nope, not them. Yeah, we can do these.
Glad to have you along with us from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Virginia Cavaliers. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Chris Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Charlottesville continues to be one of the most beautiful cities in the South. Their capacity at Scott Stadium is 61,000, and this beautiful horseshoe design provides gorgeous views of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Let's go, Nose. Let's go, Nose.
Cavaliers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Here he comes.
Okay, we're trying to keep trying to set a statement.
To get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he
Toppins.
stops. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the football first. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a cover standpoint, David. Whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO, these two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You gotta love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did. Setting the tone. Sometimes the defense, they need to see it for a second, so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan to get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Wow.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
One of them buggers leg.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the
fumble.
And just like they
on
the ground, get the first down. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one.
Been down.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Noles are rolling down the field. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Let's try it again.
And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10.
Trying to get my shift in now.
They'll run play action. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes... throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Cavaliers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. He has a talented quarterback on the other side. He's really been looking forward to this matchup to prove how good he is. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Richard. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll try the counter. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. He slides and gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
Could not make his way to the corner. Let's take a minute here and think about Virginia. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent, and high school talent that can come in.
Caught, and he's got room. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Off the RPO, complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. There's some room. At the 20. Touchdown, Virginia. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, he races some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if
didn't know my mic was muted that whole time.
If linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Didn't know. All right, P, what's up?
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They're out there taking a look at this sophomore defensive back, and we hope he's able to get back in the action shortly. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Making side adjustments here. Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give out of the gun. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Wow.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Complete. At the 40, there he goes.
How you ain't get that first down?
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's second and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it. But he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up third and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
Surging forward on the sneak. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I had never tried to quarterback to a taller quarterback just to see what happens.
You give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. And the Noles have this offense rolling. The run inside. It's Singleton.
Damn, that's the wrong way.
After a minimal gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Fox. Jumped on top of the pile.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Let the clock run out.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats.
Damn, two of my guys got injured in the first quarter.
We're ready to play.
New running back and P is out.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The RPO, it's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Release to the back.
Whoa.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He makes mistakes. He's gonna make some mistakes. Did I have anything on that?
The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go right back to him.
Nasty.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That
Dude,
play
these
had
O-linemen
zero
suck.
shot. They got to do a better
One
job
thing.
creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Backing up on the first two plays, now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. And the Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half.
Turn that shift off. Turn that shift off.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cradles it at the 35. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get pushed up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They shouldn't even be in the game with us.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
I know what I got now, though. I know what I got to do. I don't know why.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense in press coverage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
I know what I got to do.
They'll move the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
I thought you was going to sit on the end of the line.
Lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. First down for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Definitely thought somebody was supposed to be coming across.
Obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has. So nice job defending.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's why as a defense...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Okay.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Okay.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Richard. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. All right, guys, let's talk for just a moment about Virginia. They were really excited about the verbal commitment from a 3-star quarterback. They really need to get good talent like that, guys who can develop and potentially become stars.
Well, this is a program that's...
Oh, my God.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
To the air on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The play action fake. He'll throw it quickly to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Don't worry about them two
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Wants to keep it in the air. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
Yeah.
Gets away from one, finds room. mark it at the 14. Florida State calls its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
For real?
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's the home squad, engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game in Charlottesville. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do.
Turbo
They want to
Richard.
feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
The Noles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down.
All right,
What did
DJ.
you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with the Cavaliers head coach coming out of the locker room. This home crowd is fueling their running game. Every single time the running back gets the rock, they are going crazy. The ground game has been good, and they're going to continue to ride the momentum of this home crowd.
Thanks, Holly.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
He's got it again. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Turns it loose.
Yes.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at. He's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Wants to return it. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. He'll try to do it himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Everybody just getting fucking hurt.
And the Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Right on the money. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score.
All right, here we go.
On 4th down.
Easy money. Easy
He'll
money.
try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Damn.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Damn, I was trying to get that.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Wants to throw again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the...
Touchdown, Knowles! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
On to attempt the try.
As I was throwing it, though, I was like, why am I not running this?
So they picked up 32 yards on that drive, and they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. Let's see what he can do with the return. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Virginia sent its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
Better job recognizing personnel.
Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot.
No back there.
Just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. 3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back.
Block it,
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down to the 29-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Singleton.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at 48.
Man, this defense is played so well. In this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed great, so they're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got the back in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
He's got it up for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
2 yards to get 2 downs to get 12 yards. That's what it was. Okay. You still blocking over there?
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Might have a chance. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. After the run, now to throw. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to get the quarterback out on the perimeter to see if they can find something in the end zone, but nothing there. So the QB here doing a nice job with his decision-making. You throw it away, you live to play another down. 3rd down coming up here in the red zone. What do they got?
Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. And they'll get him down after a
Come on.
Oh, man, you're set up. You're in great position. The offense driving the ball down the field. You're getting the red. You got to make something positive happen, Palmer. That's not what they were looking for.
No, turnover turnovers. That's why that's the key statistic when it comes to winning and losing football games. But it couldn't have come at a worse time, as you just mentioned, David. Down at this area of the field, situationally, when you're trailing, you simply can't have a mistake like that. And that's the difference between good teams and bad teams.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line.
All right, we're fine.
Running inside, it's Richard. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Fires quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Took care of it himself. Off to the races to the right. Running inside the 20. And he slipped and hit. Touchdown, Virginia.
And there's more of an art to this than you know. Like to stick the ball in the belly of the running back and read the defender perfectly. They bite on the running back. QB makes the right read. It's nice to have those wheels laid down the field and punch it in for 6.
Yeah, David, this is a coaching staff that wants him to run the football. And sometimes it's going to be designed runs. Sometimes it's going to be scrambles in the passing game. But the RPO is another way that he can hurt your defense with that speed you're talking about. Great decision to keep it. Nice job taking it all the way to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive.
Turnovers.
60-yard run to the house. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Holly, what update do you have for him?
Checking in from the Seminoles sideline, I can see the coaches imploring their team right now. This has to be a turning point. Turning it over on that last drive, it could get out of hand if they don't make something happen right now. You see the coaches and players coming together to try to get that momentum back. I'll keep you posted.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that.
Are we serious?
Back-to-back drives, this offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
Oh, we down.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Page. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
There's a little room there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Noles headed quickly to the line.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man. To be able to see him, he sees the receiver breaking from the right side of the field, but you got to be able to read the coverage in front, and that's really good timing, getting the ball out of your hands, knowing when he's going to come open, and putting the ball right on.
Catch in the middle, it's Fox. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second. It's coming up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
OJ the Jew, man.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
You got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Swings it out to the flat. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Makes a man miss.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Looking for room, it's Roach. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're...
Maybe some room here. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at. Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Roach. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Florida State sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Back open in the middle.
Good luck,
He'll
good
move it
luck.
up to the 37-yard line,
That
and it'll
ain't
be
what
a
I
first
wanted.
down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
The run inside. It's Singleton. Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. They'll run for it on third and short. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory.
Who hurt now?
43-yard line. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going long. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll go to the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A strike downfield.
Fuck.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Cavaliers. He got a step and just dusted the field. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
What a grab with one hand.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Got the quick pass. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Lost to throw again. Zings it complete to the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Moses. Tripped up for the tackle. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll throw on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Spits it out to the back. Quick completion on the out route. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Florida State. The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking to throw. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the two-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
You're going to hear guys after these games say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those
injuries
things that
and turnovers this game.
building on them and doing more of it.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
OJ the Jew, man. He hurt. Unreal. Go to the recruiting. What do we care about that we could? Oh, we got him already. Just to make sure he don't get away. What's his speed? Oh yeah. Like we gonna lock him up. Second. Bro, don't. Don't make me come at your head like this. I'm like really not on this. Snoop Dogg. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna cool out on him for right now. Manual Gossett. Hey, 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 hey. We out here spending big money now. Let's see, bro. We don't know. Just know. All right. Tough loss. But I know we're gonna catch y'all on the next one, and it's not gonna move. Catch you on the next one.